Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. Now, we have a new guest here on BMTV. We got sick of Ellen from Silhouette UK. She was rubbish. So we now have Ellie from, I'm only joking, Ellen is sat right over there. But she brought Ellie along with her today. So Ellie is going to show, what are you going to show us? Well, first of all, welcome to BMTV.
Thank you.
Your debut. What are you going to show us?
Today I'm going to show how to make these Christmas personalised cups using vinyl and the portrait machine.
It's not a cup, it's a bottle.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Carry on. Carry on.
Making personalised bottles
It's because you made some cups, didn't you? We should put a photo of those on the screen right now.
Ones.
So they're very, very good. So.
We'll put a photo on.
But anyway, we're looking at these bottles.
Bottles.
Sorry, I interrupted your flow. So show me what we're going to do.
So we're using the portrait and we're using Silhouette Studio. We're going to import the photos and I'm going to show you how to do it all using the software.
Okay.
So that we can cut it out and put it on and then you can make your own bottles.
Or cups. I mean, if you want to make cups, you can make cups.
If you want to do cups, feel free.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay.
So the portrait, I should point out to everybody, we may have started to supply this, but at this moment in time, the day of filming, we don't supply this yet. But this is basically a smaller version. Yeah. It's a vinyl, not just a vinyl cutter. What do you call them? Cutters?
Cutting machine.
Yeah, and similar to the Cameo 4.
Yeah, it's just 8 inches, whereas the Cameo is 12 inches.
Yeah.
It's a bit smaller, a bit more portable. You can take it around and
yeah, you've just dropped your piece of paper.
I know.
Do you want to pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave that in. That's fine. Don't worry. All right, so over to you. Show us what you're going to do.
Okay, so you'll be able to see this now. I'm just going to import the image first. So if you just go onto the open file and then go down to where you've saved your image. So obviously you can do this with anything. You can do it Christmas, Halloween, anything.
So this is just an image, what you found online? Or?
Yeah. Just any image that you want to do, you could import your own.
Yeah.
You can just copy and paste it in, but obviously if you save it in, it's just a bit easier if you want to use it again in the future.
Okay. But
so
I would point out to everybody, be careful of copyrights.
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, wait, sorry.
If you just, make sure that you've got the ability to use the images, don't be stealing everyone else's work. So then once that's in the software there, if you can just go over to this little thing here, and do select trace area. So you want to trace the image so that it knows exactly where it's cutting. So you just draw a box around it like that. And then just here where it says threshold here, you can adjust it. So obviously if you go all the way, it just makes it like completely, it'll cut the whole thing. So you want to make sure it depends how intricate your design is. If there's loads of little tiny lines. So that's fine. And then just press trace. And then when you move it away, you can see there that it's there. So then you can just delete that image now. You don't need that anymore. So then what we do is a little bit of a hack is if you draw a box around your image, it just means that when you cut it and you're weeding it out, it saves your vinyl. So it means that it's not just cutting onto a plain sheet, it's got a little box around it. So then it just makes it a bit easier and then you save a lot of vinyl as well. You're not wasting things. So then just make sure that the box is completely covering the image and there's no like overlap of the lines and everything, because those red lines are what the portrait is going to cut around. So obviously if the lines are joined up, you're not going to be able to weed out properly. So then for the sake of this one, then you know that one's perfect. We're just going to copy and paste it across because we want quite a few of them for the cup. So
bottle.
Or bottle. Sorry about that.
Or anything else, in fact.
You could put it on anything.
What's the most unusual thing you've ever put a vinyl sticker on?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't think I've really done anything unusual.
All right, okay. That was a rubbish question on my part then.
And then for the name, if you go over here to where it says the A, that obviously means text. So you just type anywhere where you want to type. So what name do you want to do?
John.
So then you just type it in and you can do it in any font that you want. You change the font over here. So
if you buy a font and upload that onto your computer, that font would then be available in this software as well?
Yeah, and there's so many fonts on the software, like you can just scroll through and choose, which it depends what kind of design you want. So for this one, we're going to go with this one here. Just makes it nice and swirly. And then like we did before, we're going to draw a box around it so that it's easy to weed out. So yeah. And then if I just move that so it fits properly. So with the sizing, you can change the actual size of the page on the Silhouette Studio. And if you just go over to this page icon here, so it's on the portrait. So this means that the size of this page that you're looking at is in relation to the size of the media that you'd use for a portrait.
Okay.
So if you got a piece of media, if you didn't know exactly what like the centimetres or inches you wanted, you can kind of size it up and know, well, if half of that, then it's going to be about that big.
Okay.
So yeah, we know that from there. So on this little panel at the bottom here is where all of your machines will be visible. So you'll be able to choose which one you're using. And it's connecting to the portrait now. And today we're using an auto blade, which means that we don't have to adjust physically.
Yeah.
Like with the ratchet ones, you have to know kind of exactly what point you're using. Already it's detected it, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So that just means that when you choose what you're cutting here, so we're using glossy vinyl today, it'll adjust the settings automatically, so it'll know what force, what speed, and what amount of blade to have out. Okay. Which is really helpful because it means that you don't have to damage your blade by having too much out or whatever. So
does the thickness of the vinyl differ from manufacturer to manufacturer?
Sometimes it does, yeah, very slightly. It's nothing major. If you're using a glossy vinyl from one place or another place, it won't be anything.
So it'd be the same setting?
It should be, yeah. But you can do a test cut, which I was going to show you here. So if you needed to, you just press test and it'll cut out a little tiny square with a little triangle inside. So you can practice weeding it out, and then that just means that you know if you need to increase anything or decrease it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're using Silhouette vinyl, the settings are usually very precise too. Cool. The vinyl. So then I'm just going to get the vinyl that we're using here, which is the silver colour, and place it in.
So if I mean, we sell the 305mm wide vinyl, so you could just cut. That looks like that's what it is there. Yes. But you've just cut it.
We've just cut it to size.
So you can use that, and that'd still work on the portrait. Okay.
So generally we use like an A4, unless you're doing something where it's going to keep on cutting, so really long. Just genuinely cut about an A4 size, because that's what it is.
Okay.
Across that.
So if you're going to do something really long, like a sign or something, you need the 9-inch vinyl to go through here.
Yeah, and also you can adjust the settings on here so that the page just keeps on going, whereas here, because I know we're only going to use probably about this much, it just cuts it out there so you know exactly what size.
I say 9-inch. Is it 9-inch or is it 8-inch? 8-inch, sorry.
8-inch. So yeah, when you put it in here, if you line it up with the line here, you know exactly where, and then these little push rollers here will drag it in. So there you go. And then if you're happy with the settings and you know what you're doing, then you can just press send, which is at the bottom here. And then it'll come up with this. So this is because, see here, these registration marks on here, because this matches where the grid would be, because this little box here is slightly out, it tells you. So it's like, if you go to cut that, then it'll be cut off.
Okay, yeah.
So you can adjust it by going back to design and moving it all over. So if I just highlight these and then move them over, which is good because it means that you don't go ahead with wasting a whole thing of vinyl.
Yeah.
So then you know that that's going to go through fine. And then it'll load. And then it should start cutting.
And then whilst it's doing that, we do a little dance. So cool.
And then that's done.
Okay.
So then you can just retract the vinyl, and then that's what you've cut out.
Perfect.
So then the next stage is to weed out the design. So where the little boxes are, this is what I was saying earlier, it just makes it so much easier, because obviously that would just be in a plain space, which makes it just difficult. So if you wanted to, you can even just cut out each individual box so it doesn't cling, but I usually just leave it in. And then it should just come out.
Oh yeah, that is a great hack.
So, like that. Then you have loads of little tiny pieces of
vinyl that's really good. Wow.
And then you can just take out the middle as well.
So that's quite a complex looking design, but the amount of weeding is minimal. That's brilliant.
Because it's in the box, whereas if it wasn't, you'd have all of it clung to everything, and it makes it so much harder. So yeah, I'll just weed this out.
That is a really great hack. I love that.
Hack of the day. And it weeds out quite easily as well, this vinyl. But then you do find little tiny stars and stuff stuck to everything.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, tell everybody a little bit about you.
About me?
Yeah.
I'm doing sales and marketing for Silhouette.
Yeah.
I started about a month and a half ago now, and I'm really enjoying it. I've learned so much already about the machines. I didn't even know these machines existed.
Yeah. And you're into TikTok as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I love TikTok. Love all social media. So I've been making a lot of TikToks. You can follow our TikTok if you want to. Silhouette_UK. So yeah, it's really fun. And then you just take away that.
So do you do the dancey TikToks?
Not really. I haven't started doing the dances yet.
Maybe
We've
we'll
just
have to
been
do
doing.
something.
I know. I've been doing a lot of tutorials and a lot of like fun videos of things to watch.
Yeah.
And to make yourself. So yeah, it's good, but I haven't got into the dancing yet. Maybe that will be my next video.
Maybe.
Okay. So next I'm going to use some transfer tape.
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite tricky to get the back of this, so there we go. So you don't actually need a piece this big. So first I'll start with the name first, so then we can centre everything around the name. So you just press it down, it's really easy. And using a squeegee.
Big fan of squeegees.
Oh, thank you. Push out all of the air bubbles. You can kind of tell when it's stuck because you can see the little air bubbles around the letters. And then when you just remove that, it's not the nicest noise.
Definitely didn't need a piece that big, did you?
No, I know. And then, so we'll put it so that it's facing the front there, across the middle, like this. And then we'll just use this as well, just to make sure it's gone on properly. Should we turn this so you can see? And then when you remove that, there we go.
Perfect. Look at that.
It's transferred.
There you go, John.
There we go, John.
There's your cup.
And we can do the snowflake.
Sorry, it's a bottle.
See, look, he's calling it a cup now. In fact, we put it like here.
Okay.
It's so easy, you can literally personalise anything.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been personalising like, you know, like jars of stuff in their houses.
I know,
and stuff like that. And it's so easy. It makes everything look a lot more nice, aesthetically pleasing.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Love it. And then you do that with the others and you end up with something similar to that. That is brilliant. Love it. Really good example. Obviously, in our industry, we use a lot of this on balloons.
Yeah.
But Ellen's already shown us a video of how to do that. But that's great. Thank you so much. Now, as a guest on BMTV, you've got to ask the question of the week.
Question of the week. Okay.
So what is your question of the week?
Question of the week is, going off the Christmas theme,
Okay.
what is your favourite part of Christmas? Is it food?
Okay.
Seeing the family? It could be anything.
Christmas movies.
Christmas movies.
What's your favourite part of Christmas? Okay, leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Ellie, thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. And thank you, everybody out there, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you've not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon as well. And that way you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And check us out on Instagram as well. Stay safe, stay happy. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.